All right, so this is the W204 chassis. This one is a 2011 C300 matic luxury. We're going to be replacing the CV axle. So go ahead, step one, take off your wheel. It's a 17 millimeter bolt, like pretty much all Mercedes. So 17 millimeter bolt, go ahead and take off your wheel. Okay, next what you're going to go ahead and do after you take off your wheel, go ahead and take the center hubcap off. Okay. Next, what you're going to do is go ahead and get a hammer and a flathead screwdriver, or a hammer and a flathead chisel. Get the dust boot off of the middle of the hub. So you bang that out. You bang it off, the little dust cap. Then you're going to need a breaker bar and a E24 millimeter star bit socket. Okay, so in order to get that off, you go ahead and put the wheel back on. Use an extension. Lower the car so you have the weight of the vehicle holding the wheel down, and then go ahead and pop the middle bolt loose. Okay. Next, you're going to go ahead and get an 18 millimeter deep socket, and go ahead and remove the two caliper bolts. Right here, right here. Pull on the caliper this way. And then push on it this way just a little bit to release the piston just enough so you can slide the caliper off as is. Next, you're going to go ahead and take the two shock bolts off. This is an I believe an E18, and then a regular deep socket 21. Then you may have to use a hammer to get the bolts out. Then go ahead and pop the bolts out. And then push the CV axle through. Now it gets to the interesting part. So in the service manual, it calls for a slide hammer, allegedly. But in my opinion, you do not need a slide hammer. So let's go under there and let's see why. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and crawl under the car. Here's my guard mat I got at Home Depot. Actually, technically it was Lowe's, but same thing. Then we're going to go ahead and get you a favorite flathead screwdriver. Okay. And then go over here to where the CV axle sits. And then pry it off. See how I could stick the screwdriver in there? Yeah, they made it like that on purpose. So go ahead and remove her this way. Yeah. And she's loose. Proof of concept. So let's go back. This is the passenger side, by the way. And she's out. This part right here costs about $150 at AutoZone. So yeah, here's the C-clip around it. On the newer, if you ever get your new axle and it doesn't want to go in all the way, make sure the C-clip is really, really tight in there. So yeah, let's go ahead and do the other side. Alrighty, this is the other side now. Just to make sure that procedure works on both sides. She's pretty much out. Besides the alleged slide hammer that you need.